I am still surprised that the government of Nigeria has made today a public holiday in order to mark or to mourn the demise of the former president of Nigeria. I'm talking about President Muhammadu Buhari. The question is why? Does Buhari want this public holiday? Does he want, with all the evils and atrocities that Buhari committed during his government, with all things that he did to Nigerians, the killings at the Lekki toll gates, and the price of fuel, and a lot of them. You see, I was thinking that when Buhari died, that the present government would, from the way things were going before now, I was thinking that when Buhari died, that the present government will not even, maybe they will just go there and do anyhow, bury him and go back. I never thought that the present government would make today a public holiday in order to mark the demise of Buhari. I'm still surprised about that, because if you look at the track records of Buhari, there is no one thing or two things that you can say, okay, this is what Buhari did. This was the creation of Buhari. This was what Buhari started, and it's yielding effective results in the present government. You cannot see anything that you can say, okay, Buhari tried, Buhari did well. All Buhari did was to bring people from prosperity to poverty, to bring people from good health to bad health. Because a lot of people were broke during the regime of Buhari. A lot of people were in poverty. A lot of people were in bondage during Buhari's regime. You cannot look in this country and say this was what Buhari did, and then this person dies. The government set up make out a day just to mourn the demise of this man. It is heroes that people do celebrate. People celebrate heroes. People celebrate heroes. People celebrate legends. Buhari wasn't a legend. Buhari was not a hero. Today he is dead with all the atrocities that he committed, with all the problems that he brought upon the faces of Nigerians. Today he is dead. I was thinking that he is untouchable, that he cannot die. I was thinking that he is immortal. As at that time we had a lot of speculations that Buhari was not the real Buhari, that the real Buhari died, blah blah blah, and all of that. Even up to today, that still speculations is still ongoing. That same speculation is still ongoing, that this Buhari that died is not the present, is not the real Buhari, that the real Buhari had died many years ago. You see? So when Tinubu set out today to celebrate the demise or to mourn the demise of Buhari, the question is, what has Buhari done? Is Buhari a hero? Is Buhari a legend? What has he done? Show me one thing that Buhari did that made sense to Nigerians. Show me one thing. None. Shishi. None. And then we are celebrating, we are observing the demise of Buhari. For what? For what? All of a sudden, the wife came to the public space and said that the husband before Buhari died said that Nigerians should forgive him. Forgive him for what? Oh, your conscience were holding you to the bad things that you did. So why didn't you apologize when you were in power? Why didn't Buhari apologize when he was in power? Why didn't? Why the apology now after he's dead? Is it really true that Buhari released that apology, or it is just the wife that came up with some kind of some kind of antics? Is it the wife that just came up with this message of apology. Buhari before his death said Nigerians should forgive him. How true is this statement? Because if Buhari had a good conscience, okay, he left power 2 years later before his death. So why did he not apologize within these 2 years that he wasn't in power? I want us to reason this thing very well. Let us reason it. Why didn't Buhari apologize 2 years after leaving office? After handing over to Tinubu? Why is it is in his death that he released an apology message? And the message is not coming directly from his mouth. Maybe during that time he was in sick bed, struggling to talk, struggling to communicate. He would just someone would have just said, okay, do you want to apologize to Nigerians? Just try anyhow. Let us record it. And then you record him saying that in sick bed. And then we would have given credence to this statement. Because I'm not sure that Buhari apologized to Nigerians. I'm not sure. If someone could be in power and people died at Lekki toll gate, if someone could be in power and some policemen call themselves SARS were killing people, snatching phones from innocent Nigerians, all in the name of being a police officer, and you could not do anything. And when the people protested and said, we are tired of this, and then you send some soldiers, unknown gunmen, to kill these people at toll gate, and then nothing was done. You never release an apology. A lot happened. You never release an apology, but it is in your dying time that you now said Nigerians should forgive you. If you really had that conscience, why did you not apologize 2 years after leaving office, or maybe 1 month or 2 months, 1 year after leaving office? You never apologized. You have been in power for 8 years. You never apologized. So why the apology now? I don't believe this apology. Maybe it is Aisha Buhari that just came up with this kind of fabricated statement that Buhari said Nigerians should forgive him. I don't believe it. Because Buhari that I know doesn't have conscience. Buhari that I know doesn't have a good heart. He doesn't. Anyways, Nigerians, if you want to forgive him, I don't know. To me, let Buhari go to hell. To be very honest with you, let Buhari go to hell, because he did not do anything tangible, anything reasonable, anything good to Nigeria and Nigerians. He never did anything. It was in Buhari's government that people embezzled a whole lot of funds. I'm not even talking about his cabinet. They embezzled, they almost ruined the entire country. Well, it has happened. I don't know whether I should say his soul, may his soul rest in peace. I don't know what to say. I can't say it. Because Buhari is the reason we are where we are today. Anyway, Aisha Buhari, if you want the whole Nigerians to believe the message of apology that you passed from your husband to Nigerians, and then give us an evidence. There must be an evidence. How did Buhari release this statement? I don't understand. How can you just give someone a statement of no proof? I don't believe this statement, Aisha Buhari.